Lou Will, Chandler Parsons. I'm Michelle, and we're going to have Iman Shumpert. Here he is. Join us to talk about
Get some sleep.
You're everywhere.
Sleep, dog.
Good morning.
Dude,
Man, I
you're
got to
at the
catch
Knicks
this flight.
game?
I'm going to sleep on the plane.
Okay.
You don't got to wake up. You don't go to sleep. Shop. Words I live by.
I'm impressed by everywhere you've been. We're going to talk a lot of basketball. We had a conversation on where to start today because there's so many stories to get into, but we landed on the Spurs game. So we're going to go ahead and look at some highlights. Oh, we're doing Lakers. My bad. That's not what it says here. Lakers holding off the Rockets, taking a 2-0 series lead. 101-94. LeBron James, there's not enough you could say at this point. 28 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Marcus Smart had 25. Kevin Durant was back and had 23, but 9 turnovers. The 2-0 series lead in a sort of a landscape where there are a lot of 1-1s right now. I don't know if it's shocking. I don't know if you expected it. You were at the game last night. What'd you see, Iman?
I think that the Rockets got hit with a game plan that they weren't ready for. I'm not sure what Ime was telling his guys, but once they saw the double team, I saw Kevin Durant accept the double team, which then led to usually an unaggressive pass. And the filling guy usually was Sengun. Sengun also was seeing a double team, and it was like play after play, possession after possession. We saw the Rockets look mind-boggled by the fact that there were 2 guys getting double-teamed on the floor. Nobody else became aggressive within space. Everybody tried to get aggressive, shoot a 3 here and there, go at the end of the shot clock, but nobody played within space, understanding the concept that those 2 guys were facing the double-team. And I think if they can't get that adjustment ready for to go in Game 3, they need to be more concerned with how many games they might win in this series.
Yeah, agree with Shump. Like, I watched Houston last night, and it looked like they were waiting to see what was going to happen instead of being prepared for what the Lakers were going to do. Like, they still were playing ISO basketball. Defensively, they ran and jumped LeBron a little bit, but it was no asserted effort. Like, if you have Austin Reeves and you got Luka off the floor, you got to start doing any, meeny, miny, mo. Which one of these guys are we going to take out? It should have been Luke Kennard. Luke Kennard was still able to have some success in this game last night. Like, they didn't take away any options on the defensive end, and on the offensive end, they still were stagnant. The Lakers were running guys to Kevin Durant, running guys to Sengun, and like Shump just said, they just didn't adjust well to it, and they just relied on jump shot ability. Like, every once in a while, KD would attack the double team and go downhill and try to get to the rim. But other than that, it just were no adjustments. I thought JJ did a great job of giving them different looks, and Ime didn't adjust well to it. That's what I saw.
Yeah, you got to give credit to JJ Redick, right? Like, this was a huge adjustment. You know how good and how capable Kevin Durant is as an offensive player, and even early on, he got going. He was shooting over double teams, getting to his mid-range, and then they just stopped that, and they kept forcing him to the guy that was coming to trap him, and it was brilliant. And the Rockets offense, it reminds me a lot of the Knicks offense, where it's just a lot of heavy ISO. It's so predictable, and it's easy to guard when you just have Jalen Brunson and Kevin Durant kind of bringing the ball up at the top of the key, pick and roll. It just gives the defense a chance to kind of blitz that pick and roll. And then the Lakers are okay with Josh Okogie and Tari Eason, these guys having to beat them and make shots.
Iman, you won a title in 2016 with LeBron. We sort of talked about this before these games even started, and now that the Lakers are up 2-0, it's sort of the conversation becomes even more relevant. If somehow, some way, this Lakers team, and it looks like Austin Reeves has begun a little protocol coming back, Luka will start as well with some on-court stuff. If LeBron James wins a title with this Lakers team, is that his greatest accomplishment?
Hold on now.
No, I'm saying it's like it's hypothetical. We may not talk to Shump again. No, it's
Well, I will say this, though I don't believe that's what we're witnessing right now. If he does do that, yes, I don't think, and I'm a Jordan guy, I do not think I can put something over putting a career together like he's had, having the longevity that he's had, and then winning championships after we are all saying this team is not it. He's past his prime. He's a little too old. The health conversation comes into play, and now he's outlasting guys late in the season. Yeah, I would have to give it to him at this point.
I think we all can agree on this. We didn't expect them to be up 2-0 in this series
at all.
With those
Although
guys. Yeah, we didn't expect that. So you got to give credit where it's due. At 41 years old, this guy continues to evolve and do what's necessary to get his teams into a position to win. Like, Marcus Smart was able to throw in 25 last night. Luke Kennard, he threw in another 23. Like, he's put those guys in a position where they can be successful. They're not playing out of body. They're not asking them to do anything that they're not used to doing. They're just doing it at a high level. And because of that, LeBron James is able to be a natural point guard like he always has been. He's always been somebody that can manage games, that can manage the offense and the defense. But to bring these guys along for the ride for him, to put them in positions to be successful, man, and to have, he didn't have his most efficient night, but he managed that game from tip-off to when the game was over. It's incredible to see at this juncture of his career, but to see the impact that the other guys around him is having based on how he's playing was incredible to see.
Yeah, we keep talking about his age. I don't care if he's 28, 29 years old. He is still so good and so effective and has so much production value on any team in any role. Think about this year. Before the season started, we said, yeah, he might be the third option of this team. And everyone thought it was crazy. And Austin Reeves started it off, and LeBron was perfectly cool with that. Then through the injuries and everything that happened, he had opportunities where he was the go-to guy, and he had to be aggressive scorer. Then he was kind of that point forward, Team USA point guard to get everyone involved. Now he's taking, and then at one point he was diving all over the floor as their best defender. Like, he has put on every hat this season as arguably one of the greatest players, if not the greatest player of all time. And no role has been too small, no role has been too big. He wants to win. He's committed to JJ Redick and this team, and it's showing. Like, look at the series that Luke Kennard is having, who, by the way, is a free agent this summer. We're gonna get a little bag. Marcus Smart playing well. Like, he makes everyone around him better throughout the season. Jake LaRavia had a great part of the season where he was on a tear. Like, that is all because LeBron James' impact and what he has done this season. I don't care how old the age is.
I don't think it matters.
It's just crazy that we haven't seen him slow down at all.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I think the biggest thing that I took away from that last night, and I love what Lou said as far as LeBron controlling the tempo of the game, controlling things. The other day I had a quote saying that if Kevin Durant doesn't come back and play, and when he comes back to play, really play a good game, LeBron James will dog walk this team. And people thought I meant dog walk in a way where we're going to blow them out by 20, or we're going to do this, or we're going to do that. No, I mean, LeBron, when you take your dog out for a walk, you take him on a leash and you tell him exactly where we're going. We're going to turn right here. You're not going to mess with the other dogs. We're not going to play today. We're not going to run across the street unless I'm going across the street. LeBron James is going to take that leash, pull it up, or he just gonna grab y'all by the collar and walk y'all around. But if you don't figure out the double team, something bad is gonna happen for the rest of your season because you're playing somebody that can play in on adjustments. When you talk about the playoffs, it's all adjustments. I'm not sure what happened in that locker room, but Ime is no way that he could see something that concerning for that long and make no adjustment. I haven't seen it too many times in my playoff
And
career.
I look forward to Game 3 just to see what those adjustments are. Like, does JJ go away from it, knowing that they're going to try and counter that? Does Ime kind of come up with different schemes to get Sengun more involved, or to have KD, set the screen instead of handling the ball in the pick and roll in the ISO? So that will also be a real big adjustment. But the big thing to me is, too, getting off to a 2-0 lead in the series, that just gives Luka and Austin Reeves more time to heal and to sit. You can relax. Like, they're not even thinking about coming back now with this cushion.
It's huge.
They got long rests too. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? They getting a lot of rest.
Right.
It's a
They
lot
might have to play this entire series if they keep going like this.
We can talk about the Achilles heel of the Houston Rockets and what the issue has been all season. They need somebody to set the table for this team.
Is it that simple? Is that what this is?
Yeah, because you take the ball out of Kevin Durant's hands. He has to bring it up. He has to initiate the offense. If he's not initiating it, they're just giving it to him as soon as they cross half court. And then they're trapping him. They're sending a double his way at the top of the key, opposed to him catching it 18 to 20 feet away from the rim like LeBron is. LeBron is catching the ball in the scoring area or around that free throw line extended area. Even if you trap him, you're giving up wide open threes or you're giving up layups because of where he's catching the ball. KD is catching the ball faced up because he has the ball in his hand as he's initiating, where he can't pick the defense apart from where he is, and they're being able to do a scramble drill on the Lakers end of it, and they're having success with it. If somebody else is able to bring the ball down the court where you can cross screen, do some of those things with KD, give him the ball 18 feet from the basket, you can't trap him in that. You can't trap him that way because he's too close to the basket. He can be successful in that area. So now the conversation about them having Van Fleet out of the lineup and not going to get somebody else to have the basketball in their hands to initiate offense, it's starting to bite. It's starting to bite them in the ass at the wrong part of the season.
Also, the shooting. They had 44 more shots in these 2 games, and they've been outscored by 16. Like, that's all. It's all glaring. Everything I think that's been said all season long is now in neon lights. And what a wasted opportunity this will ultimately be. I do one more thing on LeBron. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead.
Lou, I wanted to ask you this. With K having the 9 turnovers and him seeing the double team, how much responsibility would you put on your leader of a team, or if you were the leader of a team, how much responsibility would you put on yourself or the leader to say, hey, man, I know our scheme is not all the way correct, but a double team is coming and we need you to attack the double team guy. The guy that was coming to double, I didn't feel like Kevin Durant attacked at all toward the second half, where he had his struggling with the scoring. Yeah. And I think that in those moments, it's either had to be the knee, the confidence in the knee, and saying how hard he could go. And the other side had to feel like he just didn't feel like he had anybody helping. I just wanted to know what y'all saw.
It's probably the latter. He probably didn't feel like he had help, because early in that game, he was attacking the double. Like the first couple of possessions.
So.
Yeah, the first few possessions that you saw, he attacked it. After that, the Lakers kind of adjusted to it. They still were pushing up. They still were doubling him, but they were taking their time trying to see what he was going to do, opposed to rushing up. And guys, usually when they send a double, they just tell the guy, whoever your man is that's doubling, you follow him and you go middle. They were just standing still waiting to shoot shots. And so after that, no adjustments were made. And that's when you start seeing them turn the ball over. And then after you see that, I'm not going to say that Kevin Durant's confidence was wavering, but now he's trying to figure out, well, what can I do to go around this double team? And other guys just wasn't stepping in, and they weren't making shots.
Well, how about the knee? I mean, you did mention the knee right there. There is a possibility that's just not.
Well, he looked. The weird thing is, he looked unbelievable early on, right? Like he was, like I said, he was getting to his mid range. And then, if you told the Lakers that Kevin Durant only took 12 shots in this game and had 9 turnovers, you would take that 10 out of 10 times, and you think you have a very good chance to win. So, again, credit to JJ and his staff for putting up this scheme and going with that. I expect a huge adjustment game 3, but this was just a brilliant game plan that the Lakers followed to a T. And I do agree that Kevin Durant could have kind of forced his hand a little bit, gone away from the double team, and be more aggressive, because they can't win many games with him only taking 12 shots.